Hi, I just wanted to talk about a first issue of the Nice House on the Lake by James Tynion. This is a series, I don't know how long it's going for, someone tell me if it's a fixed length, from DC Black Label, and it follows a group of people who are brought together at a lake house for a fun weekend away, and then something happens. I'll tell you more about that in a moment. Spoilers abound to cover this first issue. But I just wanted to give my impressions of it because it was something a bit different and new from sort of DC. So let's have a look at it and see what we think.
So the first issue begins with a cold opening on the main character Ryan. She's in the future, there's something gone wrong, she's all messed up from what looks like battle scars, and you're left wondering how she got there. It flashes back then to her chatting with a friend in a bar. He's just asking her what would she do if the world ended, and they have this conversation about it, the details of which I won't spoil because it goes on for a bit, and it's just sort of bullshit you have with conversations you have with people in a bar. Then all of a sudden she gets invited by this friend to a weekend away at a lake house that he says he's got. He's insistent that she goes, and there's some others going as well, so she thinks, why not, let's go. You see her pulling up, obviously COVID face mask on, and she meets someone else, Nora, who's the book calls the writer. Then she meets the comedian. She, by the way, is the artist. And they meet others, the accountant, the scientist, the reporter, the acupuncturist. And there's no real explanation given yet as to why they've got these titles and why even these code names exist and what they're all doing there. They think it's just for a bit of a party weekend. It's a fantastic house. It's sort of like millionaire type stuff, and everyone's just having a good time. There's some abrasion between the personalities, but people realise they're there just for a weekend to have a laugh, so they sort of get on with it. Then you have Walter, the friend who invited them all there, turn up. He's got some steaks for the grill. And as they're relaxing into the evening, one of them checks their feeds on their social media and finds out that the world's ended. People are getting set on fire, everything's going to pot, and Walter suddenly reveals that they can't leave the lake house and they are actually being saved by him because he's from what we assume to be an alien race that is cleansing the earth. And that's the end of the book. Now I know that's a lot of spoilers and a lot of information there, but it's an interesting book. It's written in such a way that the characters are believable as the kind of people that you might get in this social circle. They've got a good mix of people. They're all different ages, they're all different backgrounds, and the interactions feel genuine. It's the kind of thing that I hope it only runs for, say, 5 or 6 issues, maybe 12 at the most, because I think they would run out of steam with it. If it turns out to be an ongoing or open-ended series, then I think it might just run out of puff. But it certainly intrigued me. I want to read the next issue. I think that will then determine whether or not I continue reading it, if I can see that it's going in an interesting direction. But it's certainly worth checking out if you want something a bit more adult from DC, with a sci-fi element and something that sort of addresses the panic that people can feel when they're isolated and near the end of the world. It clearly draws on influences from the last year with COVID and people being trapped, I should think. So it's obviously of its time.
So that was the first issue, and that's my impressions on it. I will be interested to see where this goes, but there was so much covered in that first issue. I just hope the other parts of the story can live up to it. And I hope it doesn't get dragged out too far either. We'll see. Did you read it? Let me know what you think about it. Please feel free to like and subscribe, and check out the Instagram and the website. Oh, one more thing. There's another series that I've been reading, that I've been sort of posting about on the website, called The Silver Coin. It's a limited run. I think it's 4 or 5 issues long, and it's a sort of anthology series linked together by a sort of demonic silver coin. Check out that on the website, and also let me know if you think about it. I will review it once the whole series is done to see how it fits together as a whole, but it's something worth mentioning, and thanks for watching.